Hello all, welcome to a brand new Next.js app where we are going to build this awesome snippet app using Next.js, FaunaDB as our backend. We are also going to use Tailwind CSS and we are also going to use SWR in Next.js and also the routes in Next.js. So this is going to be a quite big app. So this is the app. Let me log in. So this is by default what it shows. Then we have to log in, then only it will show it will allow us to add the snippet. Okay, so sometimes it takes twice. Let me do continue with Google. So we are using the more popular Auth0. So see, I have login. So it is saying hello Navendra Vishwas and log out. And now see, this one I didn't create it, so I will not be able to edit it, but I will be able to edit this. So let me show this first. Edit console log used to output to console like this. Save it and it will come here, and there is a show the code button also. If I do it, see, it will do, and I can copy it also, like it is copied, and see, it is there in my clipboard. And I can create something also. Let me create it. Name is maybe CSS flexbox. Let's write something good. CSS flexbox. Layout technique I will give, and let container, let be real. That's why I'm doing. I can do everything. Display of flex like this. Now let me save it, and it is saved. So it is saved in the database. So, and the database is Fauna. So see, it is still there, CSS flexbox. Let me, and it is showing CSS, and I also have the delete functionality, but delete is all can be done only by the user who created it. Again, we have protected the routes, so it is delete is there, so it is working fine. So let's create our project then and start it. So I have closed it, and we'll start it from scratch, exactly scratch. And let's create a new Next.js app. Create npx create next app snippet. What should I give the name? Snippet Next.js app. Snippet Next.js app. Yeah, it is good. So it will create this, and it generally doesn't take much time. Okay, so it will create. So it is done. So let me go to Snippet Next.js app, and we will install some of the dependencies first. So let us install that. So I am installing FaunaDB React to hooks form. So we are using this hooks form, which is very good for form validation. We are also using SWR. It is a much better way to use Next.js than the ordinary way that this SWR. You can read more about it, because Next.js apps are on the server, so it fetches in a right way. SWR, you can go the normal way also, but SWR is better. Why is it better? You can read about it. So I am installing this. Then we are also going to install Tailwind in our project. As you all know, Tailwind takes some installations in a Next.js or a React app. So let me do that. Let me copy it. So this is a dev dependency. Okay, so that's why that's the save dev. and dev dependency I am doing, and it will install. Yeah, so it is installed. So after that we have to do npx tailwind css init I have to do, and it is done. So let us open it with VS Code. Let me do one thing. It's better to have it full screen. Why not? Now we will create a new file here. Still the Tailwind CSS configuration is going on. Post CSS dot config dot js, and we need to have this here, Tailwind CSS preset. Okay, next what we are going to do next, in the styles there is a global CSS. So we have to go to this global CSS because Next.js works from here only. So we can close this, and we don't want all these things here, and we want Tailwind specific things only. So for that we will copy this thing, Tailwind base, and this, and the body will be like this. Okay, so let me close this also, and then in pages we have to go pages, and there is a app.js which is the starting point for our Next.js app. So here we are going to see it is already taking the global CSS, but here we want to use our Tailwind. So here we have to add it. So let us do that. It's a very big app, so to save some time, let me have this also. Oh, I missed something. That's what happens when you copy. So instead of this return, I want this. So everything else is same, component, page props and all. So this I'm using Tailwind classes, bg yellow 600 with 500, this all these things, w is full, p10 and all these things I am using, and let me save it. So now next we will go to index.js in the pages folder here only, and here we have got all these things are there. So we don't want all these things in our Next.js app, and we want our thing only. So let us paste that also. So this is the last page, because actually this is going to a very big app if I don't copy paste some of the things, because there is nothing much here right now. See, head is there, and then export default function is there, and let me explain it. There is a head tag in it, snippet app, it is already there. Then we are using some of the classes of our Tailwind only, like this, and then red, there is h1, then there is a create and browse snippet and web development, text red, and then create a snippet, there is a button is there, this is for a button. Okay, so this is for a button, and what is going like this? Okay, it is not word wrapping it is okay. Okay, let me save it. And I have not even started the Nextjs app. So our Nextjs app is started by npm run dev So it is running. Let me come back, let me refresh it. Is it running? Yeah, it is running. See, it does not have anything right now, only this create a snippet is there and a button is there. And let us move ahead and set up our FaunaDB first, and we'll hardcode something in the FaunaDB there, and then we'll show it there. Hardcode in the sense means we will right now not create this create a snippet function, we'll just show it from there. So for that, fauna.com we have to go. I think I have already logged in. So you have to log in with GitHub or Netlify. So I think I have already logged in with my GitHub. Yeah, so it is like this. So I have already 2 snippets are already there for me here. So let me come here, and so if you're coming here for the first time, then you'll directly see this new database button. So I'll click on this new database. What should I give the name? Should be something unique. Snippet Next.js app is okay. Let me keep it the same, which is there, Snippet Next.js app. Snippet Next.js app. I don't want to pre-populate it, so let me save it, and then new collection I have to do, and the collection name should be Snippets. Okay, so save it, and it will. So it is a bit like Mongo only, which works on JSON. So like this. Now I have to create the new document here, and I have to give it in a JSON format here. Okay, so let us do that here. So it should be completely JSON format. Should be, there will be a name. Let me name it console. So we are doing it, as I have told, we are doing it manually. Next time we'll do it from the, because we have not yet created that logic. So let us code it here only. So it's a JSON object, not a normal object. Key is also in quotes. Let me see whether the spelling is right. Yeah, spelling is right, because display tabular data in console. I'm a big fan to give everything as real, so not to give lorem ipsum and everything there. So I can give lorem ipsum also, but it is bad to give lorem, because this is a snippet app. You can use it really like to create a blog for yourself. A snippet blog. Snippet blogs are small blogs in which you write generally the snippet code for yourself or for someone else. So they're very important. So there are many sites, popular snippet sites are there. So JavaScript languages like JavaScript, and you have to give the code also. Console dot table apples, comma, oranges, comma bananas. Yeah, one thing to notice is that I'm using single quotes here because double quotes are already been used, so this is, you should be very careful in doing that. And everything is, let me check once again, name, description, language code, everything is right. Save it, and it is been saved. I can also edit it. So if I go now to the collection, see collection, there is a snippet, and after snippet, if I click it here, so see it had included many things, added many things on its own, so like the ts, so, and it is coming inside something known as a data. So this is very important to know. And now we'll go to the security tab to create an API key, and I will show it because I have a, see, this is my third one and I have to delete it, so I am going to delete it anyways. So let me go here and create a new key, snippet Next.js app. So this is very important. Role should not be admin, role should be server. Snippet Next.js key. So this is your secret. Okay, this secret won't be displayed again, so you need to copy it. So let me do it. Copy it. Okay, then let us do it the right way, so that you don't expose it anywhere. So I will come here, new file, .env .local and fauna secret equal to so like this you can do it. So this file .env local is already there in the git, so you don't have to add it, so it will not go to GitHub when you push it. Okay, so done like this. So the next thing which we are going to do is to start working on the real thing. So we will create a new folder, components, and inside this folder snippet.js we will do. And here I think this is much better, so this size is much better. If I have some space then size, actually I'll copy this also, because again there is a lot of things are there to be shown. So again it is coming wrong. Okay, so let me explain it. So React is there, code is there, link is there, Nextjs link we are taking. Then this snippet function is there, which is taking snippet as a prop, and delete snippet, because we have a delete button here. On click of it, the delete snippet will be done. So the first thing is that snippet.data.name, language, description, all these things are coming from Fauna, and code. So code, we have a separate component for code. Code was what is the code? Code is the code which we was there. Okay, I have saved it anyway, it's okay. So code is the code which we are going to display, so that I'm passing it to a different component, snippet.data.code. so that means we have to create this code code.js file, and code.js also I will copy, because there, as I have told, there is a lot of things to do. So I have copied this also. Import React, again it is coming something weird, the same line. So what we are doing here, so here we are doing again, so two state variables are there, here. So one of this is showcode, and that showcode is there, and then a copy text is also there, which have a state of copy. Then copy code is a function is there. So we have a button here in which on click submit is there, and set showcode. So it will use this navigator clipboard dot write text to copy it. So this is the main thing which has been done, and so you can read more about it, and it will copy it to the clipboard. So this is the main thing. Okay, so there is a button is there which will click on it, it will show the code or hide the code, which we have already seen during the demo. And then if the show code is true, which is by default is false, so if it is true, then it will show the code. And see, on click it is setting the show code as vice versa, means whatever it is there, it is setting it to show code or hide code. If show code is there is true, then hide the code is there, or else show the code is there. So we will click on it, and pre code is there, then copy pre button is going there, and we have a button to copy the code, and it's like this. On click it will go to this code copy and it will show it. So this is like this. Let me save it, and snippet I will save it. Now the main thing comes. Still we are not able to connect it through FaunaDB. So as I have told, we are going to do the server side thing also here. Server side thing here, by that what I mean, we are going to write Node.js type of code in Next.js. So see, this is a complete package. This is Node.js, this is React.js also. So Node.js code also we can write in the Next.js. Node.js, it is not as powerful, I have not yet seen that much, but yeah, it is there. You can write the whole of the server side code also here. So this is what we are going to do. So server and this both in the same thing. So here next in the so inside pages, inside API, so see this hello already this is there, hello.js, which we can rename it as snippet snippets.js. Anyways, we were going to delete it, so it is better to rename it. So here import okay. So we are soon going to create one more thing, so let me create the code for that first. Get, so this we are soon going to create utils also from utils and then remove all these things. Export default, not function, it is async function. handler ric comma res return method get dot get return. Actually we will come back to this file a lot of time. Status 405 and there will be a try catch. Try, we're soon going to fill it actually. So right now I am just creating it. Catch console dot error is error return this res dot status. So this is how the server side code looks. In Node.js also we return this status 500 if it is an error. So this is the same type of things which we are going here. We'll soon see how we will create those routes, RESTful routes. Something went wrong. So now what we are going to do, now we are going to create a utils folder. So again utils folder in the root directory and a file fauna.js inside it. So this is what we will connect it to our Fauna database, and let us do that now. Const FaunaDB. Should I increase the size? Const FaunaDB equal to, so I have increased the sizes so that it is even more easier even in mobile to see. FAU FaunaDB const FAU and Fauna client equal to new FaunaDB dot client. Secret we have already pasted it in the environment file. Secret process dot env dot let me once again check it. Yeah, we have done it. Fauna secret like this. Const q equal to FaunaDB dot query. Now see here we have this get snippets. So this is the thing which we are going to create now, and this is the thing which we are importing from here. Const get snippets equal to it is a async function. Const data equal to await fauna client dot query So this is something which is a bit different for every. I've seen this for everything, for MongoDB, for Firebase. This is a type of a boilerplate code. So this is how we query in FaunaDB. So this is nothing language or something. This is what the creators have created it. Okay, so on a client query, and here we are going to have a queue dot map. So through this queue.map we have to ultimately go to this collection, and collection then the snippet. So here we have to go, so let us do that, queue.map, and not r. So see, it is a lambda expression, queue dot paginate. Queue is FaunaDB.query, which we have earlier declared at line number 3. Queue dot documents, queue dot collection. In the documents we are going to go to the collection, and then this is snippets, SNIPPETS snippets we have to go. So this is small, and yeah, it is okay. Sometimes this color black brackets are very useful. And queue dot lambda, a lambda function is there, and we have to use a ref dot queue dot get queue dot va and ref. Okay, so this is what we access it as a reference. The main thing is that, so this is it, but now it doesn't end here. Okay, so this ends here, this query, so we can close it, but this doesn't end here, and we have to do const snippets. So now we got the snippets equal to equal to data, so we will access this data dot map snippet snippet dot id equal to snippet dot ref dot id, snippet dot id and snippet dot okay. So we are taking this because we want the id also, and id is there in the snippet dot ref dot id, but it is a bit difficult to get it from there. So that is one of the reason we have snippet dot ref dot id. So, and it is a bit difficult to get it from there, so we are mapping it, means we are updating it to contain like this. And then there are some issues also in that. Delete snippet dot ref and return is return snippet, not snippets. Okay, this is important, we are returning this only. Okay, so here data dot map, and it will be returning the snippet. Then we'll come here and we will return the snippets. Okay, and so we have to now export it, module dot exports equal to get snippets. We'll soon have others also here. So it is done now. Get a snippet, we are getting it here, get snippets, but we are not using it, so let us use it, and now you'll see how easy it is. So in the try block we will come and const snippets equal to await, so it is a network function, so await get snippets, and just we have to call it with thing, and then return res dot status of 200, which is when we get a successful request, it is the status of 200. So we are doing this server code as I have told, and dot JSON, we have to return is the JSON, and then snippets. Okay, so save it. So now we have to show it in our app. So where we will show it? We show it in the index.js, and as I have told, we'll use the SWR to show it, and this is much more easier and much more efficient also, because Next.js main point is server side rendering, so it should not always go to the server to take something. There should be something in the cache also, so this helps in the cache, and it does it automatically. We don't have to do anything. Okay, so enough of talk, let us show it now. So first import use SWR from SWR. So one thing I should tell, nowadays everything is moving towards hooks, so they also have a hook, use SWR, custom made hook, so we are using that. Import snippet from components snippet. So we are getting this snippet component here. Now const data is there, and data we are further going to destructure it with the snippets. So this object destructuring, use SWR API snippets. See, I made a mistake, there is no equal to here. Okay, so by this we'll get it, and then this snippets we have to use it. We'll come here, and this link is there, this div is showing everything till the link, and snippets, and then if it is there, then let us show it. Snippets dot map snippet, and here we'll use this snippet. Key will be snippet dot id. Snippet is equal to snippet. Let me close it. So then we are passing it here, and from here to the code it will be showing. This is how it is, the API endpoint. We are getting it here. Okay, let me save it. Now if everything is right, we will see it. Snippets.map is not a function. Let me check it. So I don't know what was the issue, but I have to struggle a lot. Means ultimately what I did, I removed this .next directory, and so I found a solution on Stack Overflow, and it was to delete the directory. So I directly deleted it, and then I ran npm run dev again, and it fixed the issue. And see, now it has been shown. Even the show the code, if I do, it has been shown. Copy it, it is copied, and I can see it. It is in the console, so it is working fine. So this is what we are getting from the database. So let us move forward. Now we'll add the functionality to create a snippet. So we have the functionality should show the snippet. Now we will add the functionality to create a snippet. So let us go here, Fauna.js, and there is a get a snippet. So we'll do a function for creating a snippet here. So this is like get function, and now we have to do the for create. So let me increase the font size. Const create snippet equal to async. Okay, it is giving me the code. So I will get something, say code, language, description, name. So these things I will pass. And again, this is a lot of boilerplate code here. Return wait, so what the Fauna people have given us, this is the code for that. So Fauna client will be there, dot query, again the query thing will be there, Fauna client like query like this, and then q dot create, q dot collection, and the collection we have the snippets collection. So here we have to add it, comma, and data, we'll add the data here, which should be nothing but this thing. So like this. So function is done. Let me do one thing. Okay, it's okay. And then we have to export it. So it is very important to export it. Create a snippet, export it, and then the thing is that we are this API is there. So we are going to have another API type for create snippet also. So Fauna we have added. Now we will have a snippet for create a snippet, and it will be going inside this API snippet.js, and then we'll have something which is similar to what we did here. So the thing is that we can copy this thing. So instead of get a snippet, we will now have create a snippet handler, and rest is like this. It is okay. Now this is something, okay, we see some mistake I have done. Create a snippet will be there. So we have to pass data to the database here, pass data to the API endpoint. So that's why we'll have const. Now we are again doing some object destructuring and code language. It's better to copy it, or else some error can happen. Equal to rec dot body. Okay, regular body is there. Method will not be get, will be the not equal to post. If it is not equal to post, then we are getting this 405 dot JSON. Then pass some message also, message method not allowed. Okay, so now this try catch is there, and here instead of a snippet we will have this const create a snippet is okay. Await create a snippet, will create it here, and then it will take this which we have just structured and send it create a snippet code, and then return rest.json snippets, and let name it something. Created snippet is much better. Created snippet, because this is just a constant, so created snippet. Yeah, it is okay. So see, yeah, now the logic will be quite similar everywhere. Now but the thing is that to create something we need to have a form, because from the form we are going to send the data. So we need to have the form to take the user input for all those things. So for that we'll have a new page. Actually, there is an index which is the starting point. Here we will have a new.js, it's there. So let us create it. Okay, I don't want this, and let the export default be there only. Export default function will be called home, not new, although it is new, but so I don't want this. So it is like index. So let us copy some things from here. Head, let us copy, and inside this div there will be a head first. So let us copy that also. Okay, so this is the title which we see in the title bar. Create next snippet, and rest is okay. The rest we can keep it like this. And after our head there will be a main class, and it will have some Tailwind CSS. Class name equal to max WLG. So MX auto. So it is also giving me what it is, because I have a Tailwind thing, MX auto. So it is giving me, it is margin auto and margin whatever it is. So MX auto I will take, and then H1 will be there, and it will have new. So in the demo I have shown that how to when create on a new snippet, there it takes to a new page where, so this will be the name there, new snippet, and class name equal to text red 100, text is 2xl, font size 1.5 rem, and margin bottom is 4. New snippet is there, and then after that we will call the snippet form. We have not yet created this component, so let us create it. So this snippet form will be inside our components folder, snippet form.js. is there. So here we are just creating a form. So like this, and after that import use form. So we have already installed the React hook form, which is very easy to set up, especially for this project, the project. So we are using that here, React hook form. Okay, import use router from next router. Let us copy this link also. So after that we will use const register comma handle submit. So we are soon going to use it, equal to use form. So you'll see how easy it is to use this form, right? Hook form. So const router equal to use router. Okay, now let us create the form. So form on submit equal to, so this handle submit which we have created, we have to use this handle submit, and then we have to pass a function to it. So this is how we use this. So create a snippet, but this create a snippet is just a function here, not something else somewhere else. Const create a snippet equal to async. Let me complete it later on. First let me complete it. Async data will come, so we'll use it later on. So create a snippet is done, then we'll have a .mb4 div with .mb4 and label with class name of block dot text red 100 dot text small dot font bold dot mb-1. so like this. HTML for let me give it name Okay, so this is the label. A label will be name, and input type is text, so it will be a bit bigger, so let me have it in the next line. Type is text, ID is name, name is name. So this is very important for that React form. And class name equal to w full border bg white rounded px3. So padding, these are for padding. Outline is none, text is gray 700. So this we have to give class name. And there is something else which is very much required when you use this React hook forms. We have to give this, see this register is there, so this is again some boilerplate code. Register, we have to give register, and then name comma required is true. So this is for, this is doing validation also. Required is true. Okay, now let me save it. Okay, so we will have snippet form here. So I have copied it out, it's okay. So a similar field. So for the first field was for the name, second one will be for the language description, and the last one will be for the code. So let us do that. So this is quite similar code. So what I'm doing, I'm just copying it. Let me explain it. So again we are doing this MB4, and then this is for the language. The first one was for the name, this one is for the language, then ID language, and this is like same only, but and it is true, but this is a select. Then this was the input box, and this is a select which will have an option of JavaScript, HTML and CSS. Okay, the next one is for the description, exactly similar, these things are there. And then it will be a text area because we are going to write the descriptions. This is the thing. Row is 3, some of them are, this placeholder is also there, and the register is similar, exactly similar. Then after that we have the code, which is again a text area, and again it is true. Then we have a button, created a button for submit, save is submit. So this is inside a form, so type submit means the enter will also work. Okay, so it is save, and then we have a cancel. So this cancel will take us back to the home page. Okay, so me save it. See, we have already created this /new. So if now if everything is right and we don't get any error this time, okay, let me do one thing, let me refresh it once. Okay, so we should go to that form. Yeah, we are going to that form, and it is quite exactly what we require. Name is there, this is there, description, code is there, all those things are there. Okay, so actually we added all the other code also. So if everything is okay, it should work. So let me do something else. Try catch, it is a JavaScript. use to do promises and helpful in catching errors. So try catch error okay. So let me do a save. Oh, one thing we forgot to do. Actually, I told that I will do it later on, but that later on never came. Okay, so this create a snippet, I have not yet done it. Means when you submit it, this create a snippet will run. It's my bad. Means I just remember that I did a code for the create a snippet, or else it would have failed. Okay. So here const, we'll get all this data, this code, language, description and name, whatever we haven't done. So let me not write it again. Equal to the data which we are getting, and then try await. This is async, so fetch, we are using the fetch API here, inbuilt fetch API. So we could have installed Nextjs and all, but we don't want to do /API. So one thing is there, so one thing you might have noticed, that /API is by default, it is added because it is inside this pages. So /API will be added by default, and whatever we created the file name, so snippets, it will be snippets, create snippets, it will be like with that name. So this is there because the new also, whatever we create inside the pages, it is created by that name, new by /new. So this is the benefit of Next.js. You don't have to create it with your route, like with React router in React. You don't have to do that. So create snippet, but the fetch, that this post of the fetch is a bit complicated, and what I know means, but it's okay, we don't have to install any access or something. That is a better thing. Okay, so I don't want these things to be by default, it to be filled. Method is post. I don't know why it is by default, it is coming. I don't need this, all these things by default. Body is JSON dot stringify code language description name is there. Comma headers content type application is JSON. Hope I'm typing it right. Okay, it's already giving me some error. It's okay, I will check it. Catch is not there. And after it is done this, await, and then I will do a router dot push. So we have created all these things when it go to API snippet and all this Fauna and all these things we have created. Okay, catcher. See, the error has also gone. Console. So if it is giving me, then let me do it. So console.log error. So I hope it will be working now. Okay, so moment of truth, save it, and it is saved and it is updated instantaneously. So see, this is the power of FaunaDB. So this is like the Firebase real time thing. It is happening in, there is a problem with MongoDB that real time it doesn't happen. So it happened in the real time and get this, try and catch and show the code. It is working, this is also working fine. Okay, now we will add the update functionality. Update means the edit button should work. Right now the edit button and the delete button are not working, but we have done two of the major things to show everything from the database and to see. And one more thing, if I refresh it here, see, both of them are added. This one we added earlier and from here only, and this one we have just added it. Okay, from the create a snippet, so it is working fine. So the next thing we are going to do an update functionality. So again the same song and dance we have to do. We have to go to this Fauna.js again, and then we have to do create function. So we have to create actually two functions here, because when you update something, you update only this one thing. So that's why we have to get the snippet. We are getting here one snippet is there, so it is getting all the snippets. So we want only one specific snippet. So let us create the function for that first, and then we will create the function for the update snippet. So const get by id equal to async id let me see q dot. It's better to write it again, or else I will get some error. Const snippet, we are getting the single snippet. We'll get the id here. Wait, fauna client dot query, I will do q dot get q dot ref q dot collection snippets comma id and then again we are going to do the same thing here. So let me copy this time. Snippet.id is snippet.ref, delete is snippet.ref, and return the snippet. And the next thing which we are going to do is const update snippet to async. So we would update the snippet, and where is it? Okay, but we'll get one more thing, which is the id. Also we'll get code, language, description, and name. Why it is showing me a name like this, I don't know. Return await fauna client dot query, again the fauna client dot query. Okay, return spelling is wrong. Okay, and again q dot, so we have a function known as q dot update in Fauna. Q dot update, yeah, q dot update is there, and again q dot ref, q dot collection snippets, comma id, it is also showing me that. Then like this, data, we have to pass the data again. So id we are already passing it, so code language description name, yeah, code language description name we are passing. Why it is showing? Oh, it will show because it's arrow function. Okay, now it is okay. Now just export this to comma okay, that is done. So now again we will create the update snippet, and it will be quite similar to the create snippet now. Okay, so this is an API endpoint, so whatever we create inside this, it becomes an API endpoint also. So update snippet dot js, so as I told, it will be mostly like create snippet only. So control C, control V, Fauna, we have update snippet. Update snippet will come from here, and as a function handler, if request is not equal to put, so it will be a put request. Okay, method is not allowed, const code, there will be an id also, id code language description name is request.body const, let me call it updated create snippet. Instead of the create snippet, it will be update snippet. It will take id also, because we want to give the id code language description name, updated, save it. Now the thing is that how we edit it. So we have a created form is there. Okay, so created from this snippet form is open. So now we need to have a dynamic route. So why the dynamic route? Because the dynamic route, it will take the id from there, and we have seen earlier also how to create the dynamic route. So for this, we'll come here for dynamic route creation, close some of them. For dynamic route creation, this pages is there. Inside this pages, we will create a edit folder, and file id.js inside it, and this will be quite a lot of things will be similar to, I know what it will be, it will have a lot of things similar to this name. I don't know why I closed it, so let me copy it, paste it, head snippet form. So we are using the same snippet form, but we have to use one more thing. It will be update next snippet. Okay, so instead of create next snippet, it will update next snippet. Max w whatever, this is same, this is 100. This is not new snippet, this is update snippet. And snippet form will now contain this snippet equal to snippet so snippet form, I think it is wrong because this is one more level. Okay, so this is okay. So now we'll use now one of the features of our Nextjs, that is get server side props. So it will run whenever it is called. So let us do that. Export async function get server side props. So this I have teached earlier also. If you want to see, you can see my Next.js crash course also. For that, context is there, and inside that try catch is going like this, so it's okay. Try catch const id equal to context dot params dot id const snippet equal to wait get snippet get snippet by id. So where does this get snippet by id comes? So is it imported? No, it is not imported. Let me see whether it will come. Yeah, it will come. Oh, it is not coming. Again, let me try. Okay, I think I have to do it manually. It's okay. Import get a snippet by id. So this is the second thing which we created in this Fauna, this get a snippet by id from details Fauna. Okay, so it is coming right. Get a snippet by id, then it will get it in the snippet, then we can return it as a in the props. So this is the normal thing, return in props snippet which we had got above, and in error we will give the console dot error is error because I'm passing it completely. Context dot res dot status code equal to 302. Context dot res dot set header location is this. Return props So let me save it. So we have to update the form also now. Why? Because we have to update the form because update anyways we are calling this form here. So we don't want, we could have created a new form, but it's better to use the same thing, and we are passing the props here. So let me go back, snippet form. So now we'll get the props also. Snippet we'll get, and now there is a thing which is there in the use form. So that's why it is so useful. This is again a bit of boilerplate code. Use form, why it is taking this I don't know. Use form, there is will be a code, snippet, snippet dot data dot code. Now the same thing will be for language data dot language. Same thing will be for this. So we are checking whether it is already there or not. If it is there, we will use that, or else we will use the it is empty string. Okay, description is there, then the name is also there. Okay, save it. Then after that, like create a snippet, we will have update snippet also here. So const update snippet equal to async data. So a lot of things will be similar, so it, why not copy it? Okay, so code is this id. So id is one thing more which we will get. Const id equal to snippet.id will get. Okay, and this will be await fetch method will not be post, method will be put, and name we can pass the id also. json.stringify content application json push error, everything is same. Data snippet. Okay, now the main thing is that this handle submit, we have to change something. So again, see, this snippet will not get when you create a new form. This will only get when we update a form. Okay, so like this snippet that I'm taking this props, so we can check it by that. So I'll check it. I'll use the famous ternary operator snippet. It is there. If it is there, then we will call the update, copy it, or else it can be wrong, or it will, we'll call this update snippet, or else we will call the create snippet. Okay, so update snippet is done. So nothing else we need to do because everything else is there already, and this is the power of our React hook forms. So the is the moment of truth to check thing. Okay, so it's always better to do a refresh. I am doing that. See, as I've told, it is snippet is not defined, chunk error it is giving me, snippet is not defined. So I am getting the same type of error. So let me debug it. Let me show what I did previous time. So npm run dev, if I will do hopefully it will fix the issue. So sometimes you have to do this, you have to cross it, but it is not fixing it actually. It is giving me some reference error and all. Snippet is not defined. Where is snippet is not defined? So I got the error. So this is good if I get the error here. Snippet edit ID, snippet is not defined ID, so it is much better. Yeah, let me check this thing. So got it, means you're not even passing it as props. So this is what it is different from this new. We are not getting it here, but we are getting it here. Okay, save it. Okay, cancel. Let me do it. To do the edit now. Yeah, but we have a issue. Name description code is not working. In fact, nothing is working. Let me do a refresh. Let me do. So that was the main thing which it should work. It's not working. I have to check it again. Now I got the issue. Actually there were two issues. First issue is that in this update snippet it should be this update snippet, and the main issue was not that. The main issue for which it was not showing was that there is something known as default values in your React hook form. So I forgot to use this. So default inside that this default values one is code and all those things will be coming. So these were the two issues. So let me come here and we will edit this. So now everything is coming. It's spectacular data in console, which is helpful for debugging. Okay, so let me do this. Let me save it. Which is helpful for debugging. Yeah, so it is working fine. Okay, so let's do grapes. Show the code. Yeah, it is doing perfectly right, fine. So it is working fine. So update one of the major functionalities, all of the functionalities are done. It's the delete is remaining. So delete is generally as in most cases. Okay, I have forgot to bring this, so might have a bit of slow. Okay, it's okay. Anyways, this is quite powerful. So delete, we have to add the delete. Again we will do the same thing. Again we will go to the fauna, and delete is generally very small. So let us do that. Not copy. A lot of mistake comes when you copy, and then you have to debug for a long time. Const delete snippet to async id. We only need the id for deleting. Return await Fauna client query. It will be q dot delete, q dot ref, q dot collection snippets and id. It is showing me. So snippets and id you have to do, and then delete snippet will come here. Delete snippet will do. Then as usual we have to create the API route. save it. Where is the API route? .js. But although I told I will not copy, but I will copy. There is so much code. Okay, so delete snippet will go here, and only the ID is coming now, so that's other thing will not come. And this is delete method not allowed. Try, instead of updated it will be deleted. Anything you can take, it is not. And instead of update snippet we'll have this delete snippet, and it takes only the ID, so we'll remove it. Everything else is okay. Now in our snippet.js only, we'll create the delete snippet logic. We have already have this there is delete button is there, so it is coming from there. So this delete button I'm telling, so let us do that. Snippet will get new props. We'll soon send it from index.js. Snippet deleted, snippet deleted, delete snippet. And so how it will be, it will be a lot like this. So again I told that I will not copy, but I'm not keeping that promise. Where is it? Okay, try API. It is not create a snippet, it is first delete snippet. So I will not do the same mistake again. Method will be delete and stringify. We'll get the ID as snippet.id. header is okay. Header we need like this, and we don't want push or something. Snippet deleted. So this snippet deleted is done. So as I have told, we'll go to index.js. We have to pass it now. Okay, this snippet. So here, because we're deleting something, we need this mutate function, mutate, and snippet deleted. Okay, the mutate, we will pass this mutate there. So mutate this mutate function will do everything. Deleted means it is deleted from a backend, so it will run the code again, and it will be deleted. So let me save it. Save. I have not saved this one, and if everything is right, it will be deleted. So I don't want to delete these two things. Let me write HTML to be deleted. So I'm just writing because I want to delete it. Okay, to be deleted. Showcase this one is also to be deleted. So let me come here, and if everything is right, it will work properly. So deleted, and it is deleted. and it's deleted. So everything is working quite fine. Next we'll add authentication in our project through the awesome Auth0 site. So let us add that Auth0. Yeah, I have Auth0, so let me go there, login. So we are going to secure some of the routes also, so one user cannot delete the other user's thing. So I think I have login with Google. I generally log in through Gmail only, or else sometime through GitHub. So it is done. Now how we do it here, we have to go through this to this application here, and then we have to click on this applications. So I already have 2 applications, so then I'll click on the create application, and this is very important. We will choose this regular web applications, this one, nothing else, regular web applications, then create. Then what we need to do, which technology you are using for your project. No, we don't need to do this because we don't want any one of this. So just we can go directly to the settings, and here name, I think I will give the same name. What was my name? Name was Snippet Next.js, Snippet Next.js Auth. I can give Snippet Snippet Next.js Auth. I can give. Okay, so this is the client ID. I'm showing all the secrets, but as I'm going to delete this, so it doesn't matter. Save changes. So through here you can delete it. Okay, so next we need to go to our file and go to our environment files again, because we will set it there only. Where is my env.local? So here we have to give this auth secret, auth base URL, this auth issuer base URL, ID and ID secret. So from where do we take this? So let us go back, and so this domain is there. Yeah, the domain is same. So it is same for most of my app. So this client ID is there. I will copy this client ID and paste it here. Client secret, copy it, paste it there. And this auth secret can be anything, means it doesn't matter, you can take anything. Okay, so save it. And now there are 2 more things which we need to do there in our Auth0. So here allow, everything is okay, allow callback URLs is there. So here, so HTTP localhost, see, it is very important, it is not HTTPS. Localhost is never HTTPS. So allow callback URLs like this, and allowed logout URLs will be also like this, and then API auth and call back, API auth callback. So this we have to give, and then we just have to save it. This is very important. Okay, we need to install one more package. So for installing package in Next.js, it is very good to actually stop the server, stop it, and then only install it, or sometimes it gives a lot of issues. npm I at auth0 Next.js dash auth0. So this we have to do, and it will be done. So let it be completed. Okay, it's done. So next thing which we need to do, let it to be open. We have to go to our API, this API for API, and here we have to create a new folder known as auth, and this is very important, as with the ID also like this. So it will be dynamic root. So dynamic root, how we create? So dynamic root, it is very important to do it like this, dot auth0, we will close it, .js. So this thing is something weird in Next.js, this type of addition of file, but this is very important for dynamic route, or else it will not work. So then import handle auth from at, oh, it is giving me, this is good, export default handle auth. Okay, now let me save it. Now we need to go to our, where is our app.js? We need to go to app.js and wrap everything with this, with a user provider, which is given again to us by the Next.js auth0 package. So we will go here and here, let me come, let me see whether it is coming. User provider, yeah, it is coming. So it got imported, and let me bring it up, alt up arrow. So it is done. So now we'll show a login link from a Navbar. So we don't even have a Navbar, so we need to create the Navbar. So where we will create the Navbar, we create it inside a components folder. Navbar.js. To save some time, I am pasting it. Let me explain it. So link is there, and the user is there from Next.js auth. Here we have user, and is loading from user. Okay, so this user, just like with doing this much only, you will get the user, and this is just a anchor tag. The web data snippets is there, and then I have, if it is not of is loading, not of is user, then I will show the login button. Okay, login will be shown on, and if it is not loading and user is there, then I will show the username and the logout button. So this is very important. We save it, and then we'll go back. Oh, I closed the app, because if you want to show anything everywhere in the project, the best place is this is the starting point. So I'll come here and Navbar, this one I have to choose, Navbar, save it, and Navbar will be done. Now let me go back to the local host. Where is our local host? Yeah, here it is. Let me okay, anyways I have not even started it. So yeah, it is done. Are we seeing the login button? Yeah, we are seeing the login button. So let me click on it. Click again. Sometime I don't know why it is asking 2 times. Okay, it is asking again, and it will ask first time to authorize it. So I will accept it and see it has been done. Hello, Navindra Vishwas, it is done. Log out, and it is coming like this. Login, and I will log in with the other user, my wife's login. So accept, and hello Shikhadas. Okay, so it is working fine. So the first thing which we want to do is to show, see this create a snippet button is there. So we want to show it only if the user is logged in, then only we will show it. So in the components we will go and create a new file, header.js. Now again, to save some time, I will paste the code header.js. So because they are not that difficult for the Next.js, again I am using the same thing which I am using in here. Use user I am using loading. If it is not loading and user is there, and but user is there, then it will show create a snippet, and if it is not there, then I will show login to create a snippet. So let me save it, and then I will have to go to the index, not the app, because from there we have a create a snippet button is there. So let me go there, and here snippet app, where is the create a snippet? Yeah, so this whole thing we don't need, because this whole thing we have created, the web dev code snippet and all these things are there, see. And but we are passing it as a props, so we have to give it there. So let me not delete it here, and I will do header. So header component is done. Yeah, header component is done. So it will take 2 props. So the first prop is title, second is subtitle. So the title is this, the web dev code is code snippets. Subtitle is and browse snippets in this, and then I have to actually remove this thing like this, move it above, and it is done. Save it. So see, now I am getting the create a snippet button, but if I log out, sometimes I have to press twice, I don't know why. So log into create a snippet, and now one thing is there are a lot of things which are there. So login to create a snippet is there, but we have not completely secured our link. Means if some hacker knows, see this by new, this will see I'm not logged in right now, but if I go here I can directly create a snippet, which is a bad thing. If I deploy this thing and some malicious actor is there, I have seen this thing a lot of time, not like hacker or what, they are means people who want to do some naughty things, and they will add all the nonsense things here, and if you deploy it they will save it, and because you have not secured this part, we have not secured this path yet, and so even with the login I can right now do anything and it will not be an issue. So we need to protect this route. This is known as protecting the route, which is very important. So now how to protect the route? So we are protecting this route, so that route is new. So we'll go to this new, and with Auth0 it is very easy to protect the route because they specializes in these things only. So we will do a import with page auth required from this one only. With page auth required we will do, and then we just need to export this thing. So export default function home is there, it is okay, but we need to do export const get server side props equal to this. Just this much we have to do. server, I should spell it right actually. Get server side props with page auth required. Yeah, it is right. So now let us try again. So I'm here, I'm going to new, and it is asking me to log in. Okay, so it has been redirected to login. So I will log in, and then only I will be able to create, I get that create a snippet button, or directly I will go here because I was in this page. So this is the benefit of Auth0. Next we will also have a user associated with each snippet. So let's go to our create a snippet for that, and do it. So control E, let me open it with control E, create snippet. So I'm in the create snippet. Okay, so there are some changes which we need to do. Okay, just like with the page, so we will use a different thing here. So let me come here and first import with API auth. People think that Auth0 is very tough, but it is also easy, like Firebase. Everybody is using Firebase, but Firebase is not production level, I think. See, if you go to any company, they will generally use Auth0 only, or they will create their own authentication thing, because that is what I have seen a lot in the enterprise level project. And we'll have get session also from auth Next.js auth. Okay, so the next thing is that what we are going to do before this, const session equal to get session, which we just created, and req res is there, and const user id equal to session dot user dot sub. Okay, so this user id is very important. With this name we will be passing this user id also. Okay, so user id, so what we just created, this user id, so we will be passing this user id. So for this reason we have to change something soon. Means all of our posts don't have this user id, so we will have to remove all of them. That is one of the things which we need to do. So where to use this with API auth required? With API auth required actually wraps everything. So how does it wraps everything? So let me come here, and after this default like this I will do it sync, and this is very important. I have to go at the end, and now so the error has gone, and now I have to save it. So now we have to go to this Fauna file, and we have to change a lot of things. Means, so create a snippet is here. So after the name we will have this user id, the same user id, and we will pass it here also. Okay, pass it here also, user id. Let me save it. Now the thing is that our earlier one doesn't have this user id. So one thing which we need to do, we need to go back to this Fauna DB, and we have to remove all of them. So we have to remove all of them because they don't have this user id. So the new one which will be created will have this. So yeah, it's okay. So let me delete it. It is very easy to delete from here. Let me delete it. Our app is running. Yeah, app is running. So if I go back, and I don't have anything, but I have a create a snippet. Okay, so I'm logged in with Nabindu. So do I have to reload it? I think I should do once because I have changed important things, so it's better to do npm run dev again. Okay, and then let me do a refresh. See, the refresh also, it is not logging me out, which is a very good thing. So create a snippet, then try catch JavaScript, statement are used in promise. Okay, that give the code. Try. So like this, let me save it. Yeah, it is saved, and now I can see this. Yeah, it is fine. This is also fine, but let us go here and we need to see one important thing. Let me refresh it and open it. See, the user ID is also there, and Google Auth. This means I have been authenticated with Google Auth. So this is very important, and now we need to do the similar thing when we are updating a snippet also. So now for that, updating a snippet, we have to go to, see, we just did in this. Updating a snippet is in ID, so we have to do the ID. So again, we don't need the get session ID. I will come here, and I don't need this. Get API auth required, and export. Okay, So this thing get server side props, we need to do a bit of change here. So we have to change it to a arrow function. I should have done it earlier only. Oh, it's okay. Export, instead of this, it is, first let me change it to an arrow function. Export, okay. No, I'm wrong. Means this have to be there. Actually we have to wrap it. Async function, async, so it's a bit of weird type of thing. So async, just bear with me. So this is there in that their thing. Async get server side prop and context will be there. And now we will have this export const get server side props equal to with API auth required, like this and this. Now this complete thing will come here. Okay, so this is how it is done here. So let me save it. So how to check it now? So the best way to check it is that whether it is working or not. See, I am editing it. Response is not available. Okay, again I have to do it. Okay, let me check it. So it was my mistake actually. It is with page auth required and I was using with API auth required. So it is page auth required and it is page auth required. Now it is working fine. Let me show what we were going to do. See, edit is there, but I don't know edit it right now. Let me copy it. So, and now let me cancel and let me log out. So I have logged out. So see, so some user who knows this endpoint can come here and he's not logged in. So okay, wait a sec, actually I was still logged in. Am I logged in? No, I am not logged in. So let me come here and see, it will ask me to log in. It will not allow me to go to that route, and then I don't need to log in. That is how we save it. Now it will come. Okay, so this is done. Now we also want to make sure that the user who created the snippet, only he can update it. Okay, so no one else should be able to update it. So for that, so create a snippet is there, and similar to that nav this, let us, we have update snippet also. So let us go there, update snippet. Now I think I can copy it. Okay, yeah, so with API auth required and get section is there. So I'll go there, and here I will go, and we want another thing from this Fauna. Get snippet by ID is there. We want this also now. So for update snippet, get snippet by ID, comma, we want this also. So after that, again we have to do the same song and dance like this API auth required. So let us do that like this, and it is ending here and here. Okay, so API auth required is like this, and similar to this, actually exactly similar, so why to put it there. Const session and user ID, we will get id we are already there passing. So inside this, no, before this, even before this try, we have to do this. Okay, so let us do that. Const existing record equal to await get snippet by id and id. Okay, if not of existing record or existing record dot data dot user id. So we are getting the user id from there, from the database, is not equal to user id, and this user id is the logged in user id. Then we will give res dot status code equal to 404 and return res dot json msg record not found. So we will not say that the user doesn't exist or something, we'll say the record not found. This is a way to trick the hackers also. So this is very important thing. We should not give the exact message if someone else is trying to edit it who doesn't own it. Okay, so this is like this, and anyways we are not going to allow. So we will have to add the similar thing in delete snippet also. So delete snippet, exactly like update snippet, will come here and get snippet by id and like this with API, again the same thing here and here. Like this. And actually we will have the exact code here also. Const existing record, because nothing else will change. Existing record will await get a snippet by id equal not existing record data, because it is exactly the same thing which we are going to do here also. So it is done. So let us check one thing more, that whether we are able to edit it or not. Let me change this time. Console.log. So save it. Yeah, it is working fine. So I am able to edit it. Let me do a to be deleted HTML. To be deleted, save it. I'm just checking whether I'm able to do it or not. So delete, and I'm able to delete it. Okay, so that's fine. But the thing is that we are able to edit and delete, but when we are logged in, but we want to show the edit and delete only to the user whom it belongs. Suppose I create a snippet with another user, so I don't want to show it. Okay, so for that, what we need to do, we need to create a snippet with another user, then it will be better to see it. Okay, so I will create with the next ID, which is my wife's ID. Now we are able to see. We should not, and console log is a good thing. Used to console log. This is JS. Okay, let me save it. So this has been done by a different user, so we don't want to show this edit and delete button to the user. Tag catch was not created by her, but so we want to show only in this. So for that we need to go to the, where it is, let me close some of them. Control E, snippet.js, snippet.js file we need to go, and here let us first use the import use user from Auth0 okay, it is right, and then const user equal to use user. Okay, and then we will come down, and here I have this to edit and this to delete. So these two we are not going to show if it is not the same user. So for that we have to wrap it with this user and then user dot sub triple equal to snippet dot data dot user ID, and then like this. So both of them are different, so we have to wrap it in a fragment also, or else it will give error. So fragment, and this like this we need to do it. So user dot sub is equal to the snippet, whatever the snippet is there. So snippet comes here, snippet dot data dot user ID. Okay, so then only we will show it. So let me save it and let us go back, and yeah, so see, we're not getting in this try catch, we are only getting in this edit. So let me edit it. Use to console.log anything. This is Java script. Let me save it, and I don't even have that, I just can see it, I don't even have that button, so it is working fine. So this completes our app. Actually everything is done in our app for a long app. So hope you liked it, and please do subscribe to my channel so that I can produce this videos like this. This was a very big video, it took me a lot of time to even write the code, create the project, and then recording it. So please do please do subscribe to my channel, and please do watch my videos, so it helps me to create videos like this. Thank you.